Oh, was it?
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome. It's your girl, Black Girl Minimalism. I'm doing a read for this is the third time I'm trying to do this read, y'all. December 17th. It must be a particular message that needs to come out for today. So the first thing that comes out is a Queen of Cups. So this has to do with compassion, warmth, kindness, intuition, healing, counseling, and support. So it is a seahorse, and I don't know what a seahorse is representative. Horse energy, I think, is is representative of courage. Sorry, let me look up seahorse though.
I saw today that seahorses dance with their mate every morning.
Wow. So seahorses, babe just said that she saw today, and I did see that post that seahorses dance every day with their mate. So maybe it's representative of love. Let me see symbolism. Okay. So it's a symbolism of strength, patience, good luck, protection, and fidelity. So you're drawing from its unique features like its armor, so they protect themselves, and they represent power over the sea. So as I think of the sea, I think about emotions, and that's why like counseling and support comes in. So maybe protection over your emotions are present at this time, and it symbolizes monogamy and eternal love and partnership. So that's if you're in a relationship that, or a marriage, or whatever is significant to you, you're in a marriage that's representative strength and protection. Patience and perseverance, devotion, good luck and fortune, love and vitality, and adaptability. Okay, and magic and mystery. Those are great symbolisms. It's a deeper connection. So the next thing to come up is the Hierophant. The Hierophant has to do with tradition, social groups, conventionality, conformity, and knowledge and belief. So this is like your typical bookworm is represented here. And there are two keys that are at a crossroads at this time. That's represented in the Hierophant energy. I believe this is like a Virgo card as well. If I'm not mistaken. The next thing to come up is the Page of Pentacles. So this has to do with ambition. So you're being ambitious at this time with your Pentacles energy, your finances, making ambitious yet diligent moves. You're goal oriented, you're a planner, you're consistent, you're being a student. So you're studying the things that you need to move you forward, and you're grounded, loyal, faithful, and dependable. So if you're stewarding over your finances, you become a placement of dependability. The next thing to come up is a King of Swords. This has to do with reason and authority, discipline, strictness. So being that we talked about the Hierophant energy, studying things, then also being a steward, like steward, and a student of your finances, is you're learning all that you can to move you forward. But then you have a placement of strictness and reason. I'm curious to see what comes after. The Knight of Cups. So this has to do with having idealism. This is someone who is, and the horse is represented in this card again. You're riding off with your cups, meaning like you're traveling with it. And this is like a desert scene that's represented in this card, which has to do with the energy that's graceful, tactful, and diplomatic. When you think about riding a horse, you have to carry a certain energy that's controlled in a sense of your emotions. So in order to work with the horse and for them to give you the respect and the loyalty for you being there, they have to connect with you, and that's being open, right? You allow them the connection there. So the next things to come up has to do with the Three of Wands. This is momentum and confidence. You're having foresight at this time. You're having vision. Then we have the Nine of Wands, which is talking to a last stand, persistence, grit. It's telling you that you have gone through some things that might have brought you to a place of fatigue because you're nearing success, but you're just hang in there because the if you look ahead, based on the Three of Wands, if you look ahead, you have the Four of Cups coming forward, which has to do with indifference, discontent. I see this as a placement of finding your zen and mediation as well. Mediation and meditation. Mediation within your inner knowing, and then meditation to connect more, because it in here it says feeling disconnected. So a way in which you can connect with yourself is to find silent times, and that will lead you to this cup's energy. So next thing to come up is, this keeps coming out, the Five of Swords. This has to do with conflict and hostility. Let's clarify on that. Okay, with that, you have the Queen of Pentacles. This is someone who is generous. They're caring, they're nurturing, someone who is really kind-hearted, and they're have a good business sense. They're practical and they're comforting in what they do with their finances. They're very welcoming and sensible, and they love a luxurious representation for how they manage their finances as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna pull 2 more cards to click. Okay, more than 2 came out, so I'll go with that card there, and then I'll let 1 more come out. Okay, let's clarify. And I hope you guys are having a beautiful day thus far, and have had a beautiful day thus far. So the 2 things that come up is the Two of Cups. This is a divine union, a partnership that's equally yoked, and the Wheel of Fortune. This is a turn of events. The same way that I see the World card. The World card is like things are laid out for you, right? So it's a change in your cycles. It's a fated moment and unexpected events as it pertains to your union. Okay, let me clarify a little bit more on that. So what came out is the Ace of Wands. This has to do with inspiration. You have the Knight of Pentacles. You're traveling somewhere that is going to be practical, reliable, efficient, stoic, slow and steady. Hardworking is represented in this travel as well. The horse is here again. So you have the horse represented in a Queen of Cups. You have it represented in a Nine of Pentacles. And then you have it represented in... what was that? That was the Knight of Cups as well. So the horse energy is very prevalent in moving things forward and working hard, being a hardworking individual at this time. You have the Knight of Wands. This is representative of courageous energy that's charming, heroic, rebellious, meaning taking chances that are going to pay off because you're free-spirited. And then the Fool card. Whoop. Okay, so all these came out. So the Fool card came out because you're in a new beginnings. You're alchemizing things with the Magician card. And then you have the Four of Cups. This came out as well, which has to do with possessiveness in regards to your finance. So pay attention to not hold things too tight so you can move into this Emperor energy, which has to do with stability. All of this is speaking about your finances. You've been in a place where you've been planning. You've had significant growth and expansion. You've gained the knowledge that you needed to, and you're in a place of traveling physically and metaphorically, which will lead you to your Emperor ending or Emperor new journey, which has to do with discipline. You're in a place of authority and having control over things at this time, and you're moving to a place of structure and stability. So I hope that you guys receive this message. I love you so much. Bye.